You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm so glad that you joined me. Let's have a little talk, shall we? We've been having these discussions over the past few days about starting a business. And a lot of you are also going to look at buying a franchise, joining a business organization, and building your business from there. So today we're going to talk about buying an existing business, buying a franchise, and looking at various organizations that can help you grow your financial situation into a really positive one. The first thing I'm going to talk, though, is, and I'm going to stress this upon you, know the words multi-level marketing and MLM. Stay away from it. You are going to destroy several years of your life because MLM has a flawed business model. And that flawed business model incorporates 5 things that you need to stay away from. For one thing, MLM pulls all these people in. I'll give you a good example. Let's take a company called like WFG. WFG builds their business on recruiting, but they train nothing, practically nothing, in the area of the product itself. So we need to know what multi-level marketing really is and where the 5 flaws are, okay? It's really, to me, multi-level marketing is you're wasting so much time because the only people who are making any money are the people at the very top, or the people who own the company. And you see about a 90% rollover of people because they lose hope. Companies are selling them this financial freedom hope. And it's a scam. It's flawed. And when MLM is associated with the word scam, then you know the next word is going to be fraud. You need to stay away from MLM because I just don't see that they work out. I've never seen them work out. I'll give you a good example. I had a very good friend in college. He joined a MLM system. He came to my house, wanted to show me the product. I saw the product, and I said, I don't really have need for this product. I don't see that it's doable for me. He dropped me like a hot potato. It's been 30 years since we've talked. Because they get so indoctrinated. And they become so evil almost because it's either their way or the highway. And they will not listen to anybody else. Everybody else is wrong when it comes to business because they believe totally in their system. But at the end of the day, they don't own anything. I'll give you another good example. An individual who is the top of the multi-level marketing in his group. Drives around in a new Bentley, drives around in a new Mercedes, has a beautiful big house. But everything that he drives around in and lives in is leased. Success is when you own assets. Failure is when you have to lease your assets. And you have no assets whatsoever. So MLM to me is just a pipe dream. And they draw these people in. And it's a pyramid scheme. It turns into a pyramid scheme, basically, because of the 5 flaws in the system itself. And one of the flaws is creating your own competitors. You're out there creating your own people, but they're competitors. Stupid. They're not a team. They're competitors, basically. You're competing against the own people that you brought into your own team. 2, conflict of passive and active income. 3, questionable profitability of the product itself. 4, similarity to pyramid schemes. And 5, and this is the most dangerous of all, cult-like indoctrination of members and prospective members. If they are trying to oversell you on a system, if they're trying to oversell you on how wonderful it is, how profitable it is, how much money that they've made, walk away. Walk away. Don't even walk. Run. Because you're not going to get what they say you do. It's a pipe dream. It is a pipe dream. So I want to really stress this upon you, because I've seen clients come in who are mixed up in this stuff and have lost practically almost everything. Their reputation, their dignity, their professionalism, and their money. And if you're walking into a multi-level marketing scheme, if you're selling a financial product and they make you pay up front $100 or whatever it is to join their team, walk away. Walk away, because you're going to be wasting your time. Big time. You're going to be walking away. I hate MLMs. I tell you, multi-level marketing, I've seen so much damage come to people. And they lose track of the real way to make money, the legitimate way, the ethical way, the professional way. And they go over into this multi-level marketing scheme and they fail. But they will never take responsibility, because they have been brainwashed. They have been brainwashed to look at anything else as legitimate and whole. Stay away from them. It's a waste of time. Multi-level marketing will make you lose a lot. And when you start losing friends and family, then it's really the devil that's walking right into your business. And if you're not willing to listen to people objectively, then you're going to do a lot of damage to yourself. You know what? Karma is a bitch, I'm telling you. When you try to do something that is not, which is known as a scheme, you're doing a lot of damage. And you may do damage to the people that you respect and to the people that you love. The worst kind of business, multi-level marketing. Okay, let's move away from that and let's talk about when you're going to buy an existing business or a franchise, okay? So it can be really hard to start a business from scratch, and I understand that. I've been there, I've done it myself. I have started from scratch every single time. So starting a business from scratch is really challenging. But there is some good news. You don't have to start from scratch if you don't want to. If you want to own your own business, consider franchising or buying an existing business. Okay? It's easier that way sometimes. If you've got the capital to invest, okay? You need to have that capital. Know the difference between franchising and buying the business before you decide. If one of these options is right for you, make sure you know the basics of franchising and buying an existing business. The main difference between franchising and buying an existing business is the level of control you'll have over your business. Franchising really gives you more guidance but less control. A franchise is a business model where one business owners or the franchisor sells the right to their business logo, name, and model to the independent entrepreneur. The franchisee is what you're called. Like restaurants, hotels, and service-oriented businesses are commonly franchised. So there are two common forms of franchising. One is product trade name franchising. The franchisor owns the right to the name or trademark of a business and sells the right to use the name and trademark to a franchise. This style of franchising normally focuses on supply chain management. Typically, products are manufactured or supplied by the franchisor and delivered to the franchisee to sell. Another form, and I tell you what, Trump was really great at this. His name was a trademark. So in order for developers in the Philippines, let's say, to build a Trump Tower, they had to buy his name to be able to put it onto their project. So a lot of buildings are just the product name of Trump. He didn't build the building, but his name's on that building because his name sells. His logo sells. His product line sells. His vision sells. The second one is the business format franchising. The franchisor and franchisee have an ongoing relationship. This style of franchising normally focuses on full spectrum business management. Typically, the franchisor offers services like site selection, training, product supply, marketing plans, and even help getting funding. When you buy a franchise, you get the right to use the name, the logo, and products of a larger brand. You will also get to benefit from brand recognition, promotions, and marketing. But it also means you have to follow rules from the larger brand about how you run your business. Now, if we're talking about buying an existing business, it gives you more control but less guidance. Buying an existing business is exactly what it sounds like. The buyer typically takes over full ownership of the business. The largest advantage is having an existing blueprint that can include important factors like an established customer base, defined operating expenses, and fully trained employees. Regardless of business type, almost any kind of business could be bought or sold. When you buy an existing business, you typically get complete control over its direction. However, with no set vision, infrastructure, or external guidance, your business could struggle as you figure out the best way to turn things. So, consider 3 factors before franchising or buying a business. Though the business models differ, there are 3 common steps to take that will help you determine whether you should franchise or buy a business. Quantify your investment. In other words, review your financial landscape and describe how much you're willing to spend to purchase. And ultimately manage the business. This will help you determine what type of business or brands are best for your budget. And then consider your talents and lifestyle. Be honest about your skills and experience as they can help you eliminate unrealistic business ventures. For example, if you prefer hands-on assistance, then franchising might be the best route for you. On the contrary, if you're an experienced business owner, you may want to consider buying an existing business. And if you have to also review the full landscape. Look at the whole picture, the big picture. Look at the existing infrastructure and make sure you understand everything that comes along with the purchase. Don't be afraid to ask questions about, do your due diligence, in other words. Ask questions about the contract, the leases, existing cash flow and inventory. Review the financial statements. The more you know, the better equipped you will be to make a sound decision. So you need to look at all of these things. If you're going to look at a franchise or if you want to buy an existing business, make sure that you do your due diligence. Due diligence means that you're taking a look at everything. You're looking at the financial statements. You're bringing in your accountant and having them look at the income statement, the balance sheet, the statement of cash flows, the inventory. If you're buying the business, make sure that you have your accountant on hand at the very first, so he can or she can look at everything about that business. He or she can look at their tax returns and see how they compare to their income statement. Do your due diligence. Due diligence is a very important word, and you need to use it when you're buying a business. So if you're going to pick the right franchise or existing business for you, you need to look at it very carefully too. Once you know whether or not if you want to franchise or buy a business, you'll need to evaluate each specific opportunity. In short, it boils down to this. Do your due diligence. Those two words, due diligence. Due diligence means looking at everything and making sure that you understand the business before you zoom in there and get it up. But whatever you do, as I said at the beginning of this, stay away from multi-level marketing schemes. You're going to waste a lot of years or a lot of time, and you'll end up where you first started, and that is with no money. Stay away from it. Do not go there. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com, and I'll be more than happy to help you and answer any question that you may have. But stay away from the MLM. Otherwise, you're going to be 6 feet under, and you're not going to have any opportunities to really build a business or buy a business. Starting a business takes a lot of smarts on your part. Do your due diligence. If somebody is coming along with a multi-level marketing scheme, run away from it. Look at a business that you can build yourself, or look at one that you can buy, or if you want to get into a franchise, look at the franchise that does right to you. It fits within your scheme. Don't go for the pipe dream. Go for the real dream of building something. If you're building something and you're building up assets and cash flow streams and a reputation within the industry that you bought into, that is success. And that's where we want you to be at. Again, this is Mike Lodge for the WBT, and I'll talk with you very, very soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.